Hey y'all. Listen, I'm on the couch today. Hair is hearing slash alopecia in, and that's just what it is, okay? But did you catch the premiere of my latest video? Your girl dropped by with another, well, I hope to be encouraging, just encouraging um informational video about alopecia and how I came to terms with my alopecia. I actually today I was going downstairs to get a package and I was like, oh, should I put something on my head? Because, I'm kind of like alopecia. And today I had a wig on earlier. And child, as soon as I get home, I rip that thing off, okay? That ain't staying on for long as soon as I get back to the house. So I was like, should I put something like on my head? And I was like, no, I went down there as is. Okay, it is what it is. That's exactly how I went down there. And it wasn't like I ain't seen nobody either. I saw a few people. I was like, oh well, girl. They just gonna see it today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, still don't understand, let your girl know. But the video that just premiered on my channel was how I came to terms with my alopecia. Y'all have definitely been showing me a lot of love on my alopecia content. So I figured that, I would just, start sharing more of that with y'all, my experiences with y'all. I, um, I was like a little apprehensive about talking about my alopecia at first. I'm trying to think, how long was I on YouTube? I started YouTube in 2020, and then I cut my hair off in 2022. And that's around a little after that time I started talking about it. So it was like 2 whole years, girl, before I really addressed it on my channel. Um but it's definitely something that now, like I definitely have been come to terms with, and I feel comfortable in talking about it. And a lot of y'all leave comments on my stuff. A lot of other, ladies with alopecia, and I greatly appreciate that. Love reading y'all's comments, and y'all's just encouraging words. And definitely, if you have alopecia, drop down in the comments and let your girl know. But in the video, I had a few points, y'all. I got my notes here because I'll be forgetting. But in the video, I talk about how I came to terms, the underlying things that make me come to terms with my alopecia, right? So one of them was that having alopecia was, out of my control, right? I cannot control my alopecia. It's not something that, just goes away, right? And I see that a lot. Like, oh, try this, do this. And like I have tried things, for my alopecia. When I noticed that, I was losing hair, I went to the dermatologist. I stopped getting relaxers. My last relaxer was 10 years ago, y'all. I want to say it was December, maybe a little before December. Um but it was December-ish 2014. So 10 years ago was the last time that I had a relaxer. And that's actually when I did my big chop. I think I still have a picture of it in my phone, but it was like sometime in December 2014. Went to my hairdresser slash barber at the time, and he just, cut it off. And then my bestie put some braids in it because I was a teacher at the time. And girl, listen, I would have been on the news with them kids and me being in that classroom with no hair. So, Um, but fast forward all these years later, like I was still working in education, was pretty forward facing, and I wore my hair or my no hair. But yeah, a lot of times you will see with alopecia, people be like, oh, try this, do this. Like I said, I went to the dermatologist, stopped getting relaxers. I also got cortisone shots. So I've gotten the shots in my scalp. The shots don't, increase hair growth, but they just kind of slow it down per se. So I've gotten the shots in my scalp. I've gotten a scalp biopsy. I've done a Rogaine. So there are things that I have done, Jamaican black castor oil. But I think it's important to remember that, like, alopecia, y'all, alopecia is an internal autoimmune issue, right? So, you have to fix that part first. And then that, is the root cause of the hair. Basically, my cells attack my hair cells, right? It's an autoimmune issue. We in 2024, there is no cure for it. The FDA did just approve like the first drug for alopecia areata, but I don't have alopecia areata. I have centrifugal alopecia. So, I do believe that as we evolve and all these other things, that, yeah, we are going to have a cure. But at this point in time, it is something that I don't have control over, right? And that's something that helped me to come to terms with it, because why do I need to be stressed about something that there is literally nothing that I can per se do, right? And it's not that, I don't have hope, or believe that my hair, may come back one day, but it's not something that like I fixate on, right? So I think in coming to terms where I don't have control over this, what do I have control over, right? I have control over getting a cute haircut. I have control over, still taking care of my hair. Like I still, wash my hair, oil her up all nice, all of the things, right? Um, those are the things I have control over. Your girl been wearing wigs, so I have control over who I want to look like, today. Um, so that's what I choose, to put my stock in, is that, right? Also, what was hey Starisha, I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you. Hey KNR, how y'all doing? Thanks for dropping by my live. Drop down in the comments where you're watching from, and if you have alopecia or if you know somebody with alopecia. But yeah, I think, and that's just with anything. Like that's with my alopecia, but with anything in life, if you can't control it, put your stock into what you can control, about it. I can control the way I feel about it, right? Not being down in the dumps about it, not being embarrassed. Those are the things that I can control. Like I talked about earlier, I'm in the video. Yeah, I listen, I go downstairs, I go all around my apartments, I go out with my hair just like this. And it just is what it is. So my alopecia is more in my crown, right? So in the front, and in the back, my hair is growing in just a bit now because I haven't got it cut. Sometimes I have psoriasis. Oh, San Francisco. I've been to San Francisco before. That is a beautiful place. It's expensive, but it's a beautiful place. Um, so, in thinking about that, my alopecia is in my crown. Um, so, you can see it, right? It's not easily hidden. I think as my hair kind of grows in more, you may not be able to see it as much. And I'm not like growing my hair out. I just haven't gotten my hair cut because my psoriasis was acting up. I had to get on an antibiotic and it was just a mess. So I probably will be getting my hair cut soon. But I like the length that it's at. Like and I always had long hair, but I don't want like long hair. That's not like a want for me at this moment. I like being able to wash my hair and it dry in 2 seconds. I like being able to not be worried, about, oh, I gotta sleep like this or do this. It's just a much better experience having no hair that I have found. But that's the first way that I came to terms with my alopecia, not focusing on what I cannot control. Okay, my second thing, y'all, this was one of the main things too. It became a hassle for me to try to cover it, right? Like it became a hassle to even just be stressed about and be like, oh my gosh, like somebody's gonna see, what are they gonna say? Like, yeah, these are all realistic thoughts that I had, as somebody with alopecia, right? But when, it just became like too much of a hassle. I remember because like my kind of front was kind of thinning and I would be doing Grandpa Trump comb overs, I ain't got time for that. I just was like, this is just too much. Like, I'ma just cut it. Like, it is what it is. I ain't ugly, okay? I just ain't got no hair. So I was like, I'm just going to cut it, right? Trying to do a comb over, trying to, make it look fuller, trying to do all these things. That crap is stressful. Like if you have ever experienced hair loss or something that you were trying to cover up, visual wise, it's just too much. Like, ain't nobody got time for all that. So I just was like, look, it's too much of a hassle for me to continue to put stock into. So I'ma just be done with it. Um and that's just me. Like, I just kind of felt like there's other things I could be spending my time on versus, all this time that I'm spending on trying to make sure that people don't see, my little Cynthia patch, right? um, so for me, that probably was another just underlying thing. When things become too much of a hassle, I'll be like, ooh, girl, let's pull back, because now I'm starting to feel stressed. And if you don't know, like, stress can trigger alopecia. It can make your alopecia, 50 times worse. Like, the last thing you need to be doing is stressing, because that will definitely accelerate your hair loss, or just worsen it, right? So that was the second thing. First thing, hi Noah, how are you? Where are you watching from? First thing was your girl realized they was out of my control. Second thing was that it became too much of a hassle for me. I didn't feel like watching. I didn't feel like trying to cover it up anymore. And then along with that, like, I got tired. Like, I just was like, I am so tired of thinking about this. I am from the US. Yeah, we're in the US. I got so tired of thinking about it. I got so tired of trying to, do different things with it. And I just was like, I'm gonna cut my hair. This was 2 years ago, so this was in 2022. I was getting ready to go to Italy, and I was like, and my hair was like really thin. And it was a very stressful time for me at that time. That's how I noticed that. Yeah, my stress definitely affected my alopecia, y'all. I was under just a lot of stress at that time. And it was not helping my hair, right? Um, oh, Fairmont. Okay. Thanks for watching. Greatly appreciate your support. Um, but the stress was definitely affecting me, y'all. And I was like, I'm gonna cut my hair like before I go to Italy. And I remember my mom was like, no, wait till you get back. And I had just bought some hair growth oil. She was like, use the oil, see what happens. And if it's not doing, what you wanted to do, cut it when you get back. So I had some big jumbo twists that my good friend from grad school did. And I went to Italy, wore my little jumbo twist, and even then I remember, because it was like this space in the front, it was getting kind of patchy, kind of thin, and I was kind of worried about it there. But girl, as soon as I got back that next week, I took my hair down, I washed it, and I went and got my hair cut. I remember it was on a Saturday. Yeah, it was on a Saturday. I went and got my hair cut, and I just felt so much better after. Like, I just felt so much better. Of course, like, and by that time, I had a taper cut. So my sides and back were gone, but I still had my middle. But I cut, like, everything off. I had never, well, that was the lowest that my hair had been cut, the taper cut. But I had never just rocked, like, a low ski, so to speak. So your girl like had her low ski, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta cut my hair, and I liked it. Like, I really liked the look. I got a lot of compliments on it from day one. And I posted me a little Facebook photo, and I was like, I have alopecia. I'm sick of hiding it. And there it was. I've been rocking my low cut ever since. And then I just got into other things. Like, as I cut my hair, I always been a makeup girly, like planning makeup and stuff, but I would wear like makeup more. I would wear lashes more. I definitely been into lashes a lot more. And then of course, well, I've always been into big hoops, but I definitely upped my big hoops. So, there were some things that I definitely did after I cut my hair off. But yeah, I got tired, y'all. Listen, for me, and I talk about this in a video, for me, I have noticed, especially over the past year and even a little before that, that the trigger for change for myself is when I get tired. Like, thank you, KNR. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. I think for me, like the trigger in my life for change is when I get tired. Like when I get tired, baby, I'm fixing to make a change, right? Whatever it is I'm going through is fixing to be done. I ain't finna worry about it no more. I am going to make a change. And I got tired, and I just was like, you know what? It's time to embrace change, right? It's new. Once again, you don't have control over it. I was like, one thing I was always telling myself is I'm Jada Pinkett fine, okay? So Jada Pinkett has always been known for her cute low cut, knee long, all the girls. And I was like, you know what, I can do that same thing. And I just, chose to embrace change. But I do get that, like, it's hard. Like, for me, like, I always had long hair, I always had thick hair, that was just something that I just had, when those things are taken away, you got to get to, who are you? Are you your hair, or is there something, under there? So hair loss is hard. I get it. I remember I was watching this video on YouTube, and it was this girl, and she was going through alopecia. She was kind of showing her spots, and she started to cry, and it almost made me cry because I was like, girl, I understand. Like, I have definitely been there. But in thinking about that, there's bigger things in life for me to be worried about, for me. There's bigger fish to fry. There's other things that I have to get done, and here ain't one of them. I'm going to put my focus and my time, just into that. So I think for me, in embracing change, it's a new thing, right? I was new to having no hair. I was like, well, what can go wrong besides, I can go, slap a wig on, or, get something installed, right? If it does go wrong. But it didn't. And, I enjoy, like I said, now I enjoy having no hair. I don't think I would ever like grow my hair back out like again. Like, that wouldn't be like my biggest thing. Like I said, I kind of got my mini fro going right now, and that's just because I haven't gotten my hair cut. But I think I'm always have a low ski. When I want to go put on some hair, now I have amassed a collection of wigs, y'all. Start this past year, like January. Well, I think I got my first wig in like November, December. I don't know, but I definitely been playing in wigs now. I will say wigs are fun. I like wigs. I really do. I might have a slight obsession with them. But I like wigs, when I want to have some long hair, when I want to have a little cut, little color, I can go put one on. But now I think I've kind of got to the point where I feel the most comfortable when I'm just like this. When I'm just like this, I feel the most comfortable. This is me, okay? It gives a little Cynthia T sometimes, might even give a little Fire Marshal Bill. But that's okay, right? This is me. Who sang that song? This is me. Oh, that's Kiara Shear. This is me. Okay. So definitely, if you know somebody with hair loss, or if you have hair loss, alopecia, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Drop those ball emojis. And don't forget to check out my alopecia playlist. I have a whole playlist of alopecia videos. If you go to the playlist section of my YouTube channel, then you will see them there. And I'll definitely be posting more alopecia content. Let me know what you want to see, what you're most interested in. I have like my alopecia story. I have stuff about dating as well. But today I just felt like, encouraging the girls and the guys out there, on who may be struggling, right? Like, not everybody is struggling. I wouldn't say that to everyone, but I know that there are some people who are struggling with alopecia, because it's real. It's something that people go through, right? I do still have hair. I know some people, they have alopecia totalis, where they don't have any hair on their body, right? I have centrifugal alopecia, so I have the more circular spots that are within my crown. And like I said, I still, give self-care to my hair. I wash my hair weekly. So I do wash my hair more now that I have a low cut, and then because I work out like almost every day. So I wash my hair weekly. I do still have like a hair growth oil that I put on my hair, a few times a week. I'll massage my temples. I make sure to pick her out, so we ain't got no, little straggles or anything in there. I have a little spray bottle of, it's purified water, peppermint, tea tree. And I had put coconut in the past, but I don't have any coconut oil now. It's just a little spray that I made. I just mist my hair with each morning. I sleep on a silk pillowcase. So just because, I have hair loss, I do still try to show my hair some love and take care of it. I haven't forgotten it. And most importantly, I think it's important, even if you have hair loss, you can't be smothering, your hair with wigs all the time. Like, I don't wear a wig every day. I wear a wig to church. And now on the weekends, I kind of been, wearing my long hair, don't care. But for the most part, like, I got to go to the dentist tomorrow, so I'll probably wear a wig. I've kind of, like, just been getting into that more. But for the most part, like, this be it, or I'll throw on a hat or a little, I have, like, a cute little, I don't know what you would call it, but it's like a turban, like a little turban thing that I like to wear. So I play with different things. That is definitely an alopecia necessity, because there are times where you don't, just want to have your spots out, especially like where I live. It gets hot, baby. That sun will, the hair follicles that I do have, I ain't trying to have them singed up from the sun. So, I do have to cover my head, outside during the summer and things like that. I will wear a hat or make sure that I'm not directly in the sun. So, yes, y'all, that is my story. That is how I came to terms with my alopecia. Like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to check that video out. It just premiered. If you don't know, I typically drop 2 videos a week. So on Mondays are money Mondays on my channel. If you want to know about, how you can be better with your money. And then Wednesdays will be like a fun lifestyle topic, alopecia, me being a doc student, motivation slash inspiration style things. So be sure to, come check your girl out on her channel. And then I'm getting back into going live as well. Mondays I've been going live, and then today's the first Wednesday I've been live in a minute, so maybe I'll pop back in on Wednesdays as well. But listen, be sure to check your girl over out in her shorts. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Bye.